Good morning. It's Lisa with Lisa Heal Yourself, and today I want to talk about what it takes to change your entire life. This is a big one, and I hope you can hear it well because it is rather wavy today as I'm doing this walk. But what does it take to change your entire life? So if you have chronic illness, chronic pain, chronic symptoms, chronic fatigue, chronic condition, anything that is making you sick, right? If you have chronic illness of any kind, you need to change your entire life. And today we're going to talk about what it takes to actually move forward and to do the changes required to change your life. So many of you know that I believe in identity shifting, and a lot of people believe in shifting your identity. So what does that really mean, and how do you truly change your entire life? Well, first of all, just know that you can't change your life with the old story still in place, right? The story is, I'm this type of person who does this, I'm sick, I have this pain, this is my routine, this is what I do, this is what I'm comfortable doing, this is what I'm not comfortable doing, these are the people I associate with, this is what I can and can't do, this is, you have limitations, you have a story around your life. So the first thing that you need to do to change your entire life, is stop focusing on changing the pain or changing the symptom or changing the illness. That is only a part of it, and it's the part that keeps you riveted to it. And truly, that's the false part that's keeping you stuck. In order to truly change your life, your entire life, you need to change the entire thing. You don't just want to be out of pain and live your exact same life. You don't just want to have the symptoms cease and live the exact same life. That's not going to happen, and that's where people get stuck. So first you need to change your entire life, and then the pain will stop. First you need to change your entire life, and then the symptoms will go away because there's no need for them anymore. So how do we change our entire life? Well, the first thing that we need to do is realize we can't take that old story into the future. So we need to change it. We need to change the story, and we need to say, that isn't me anymore, right? So what do you like to eat? Change that story. What time do you get up? What time do you go to bed? Change that story. Who's in your life? Who are your friends? Who do you associate with? What do you spend all day doing and listening to? Change that story. Where are your limitations in life? You're not a person who likes to run, or you're not a person who likes to take chances, or you don't risk things, or you don't jump out of airplanes, or you're not the type of person who drives to places that you've never been before. You're not the type of person who, takes chances on certain things. You're not the type of person who watches these kind of movies or does these kind of movies. You have to change. So, but we're not just changing now for the sake of change itself. Meaning we're not just making all these radical changes in the wrong direction, right? Because that's what some people do. They think, oh, I get up at 6 o'clock every day, so now I'm going to get up at 5 o'clock every day. Or I'm the type of person who likes to get up at 5, so I'm going to radically change it to the opposite, to sleep in. That's not what we're talking about necessarily. Yes, it's important to make changes, but not random changes that have no meaning. We're going to look at every area of our life where we long to be better, where we want to be better, where we wish we can make different decisions, but we don't. We'd like to be the type of person who could run, but there's part of us that says, no, I don't really want to be uncomfortable. We want to be the type of person who is social and who has lots of friends, but we're afraid to get out there. We want to be the type of person who eats healthy, but we just want to sneak in that little treat, right? So we're making changes on the path where we're fragmented, or where we have two warring parts within us. So when you're in an argument with your spouse and you react, there's a part of you that needs to react, wants to whatever you do, and there's another part of you inside that feels guilty about that doesn't want to be like that wishes they could be a different way. Or there's a part of you that likes to eat all the pizza, and there's a part of you that wishes you could just eat healthy things. So we're only looking at the parts, like if you've never wanted to run, If there's never a part of you that's wanted to run, then that's not an option, and you enjoy walking and that's what you do, then you stick with what you're fully comfortable with. There's no other part of you. There's no warring part within. But we're looking at all the parts where we have limitations. Part of us wants to go on that long drive to that place where we've never been before. But there's another part of us that says, oh, I don't know, I don't like to take that. I have anxiety over that. Or I wish there was someone else with me. Or, so there's a part of you that wants to do something and a part of you that doesn't. There's a part of you that needs something and there's a part of you that needs something else. That is the part that we need to change. So we're not making random changes, but we're making changes where there's a tiny part of us that wishes we could be an entrepreneur, be successful, have lots of friends, have a new relationship, do that thing that we've always wanted to do, eat that certain way, take that risk, do that activity, be the type of person who goes to bed at 9 o'clock if you're a night hawk. Be the type of person who, so what you're doing is you're making the changes that deep down, there's a warring part to you that's always wanted to try, but you're afraid, but there's a part of resistance in you. So we're looking at all the resistances, all those little guilts, all those little regrets, all those little voices, all those inner spots and places where we might not even recognize. We have to be completely conscious and completely aware of all those little parts all throughout the day that we can change, that add up to huge changes in our life. That aren't just random changes for no reason. They're actually taking us closer to our authentic self, the true self, the part where we don't have to have that war within us anymore. And that's what we're trying to get, is the attainment of that peace within us. Now, often there's two parts and you're like, but wait, I want to eat the pizza, but I want to eat the plate of broccoli. And you're having a war because there's a part of you that wants to be health conscious and there's another part of you that wants that instant gratification. So let's just take that example, okay? So when there's two valid parts, then you say, okay, I truly want to be the type of person who eats every single meal healthy or gets up and juices every single day. But there's another part of you that's lazy or feels like they're going to miss their coffee or their other morning drink that they super enjoy. So that's like an inner conflict. Now, it might not seem that much to you, and you think, okay, well, I've always been enjoying that inner coffee or mocha or something like that, and I want to change it to a green juice, let's just say. Now, you could radically just make that change, but then there's a part of you that isn't being fulfilled, the part that enjoyed the coffee. So what you're going to do is you're going to make that change. You're going to make that radical change and say, I am going to do this. I'm going to totally give myself over to this other part of myself that's always wanted to do this and be this way and be this healthy person who gets up and drinks a green juice and goes for a run, right? Instead of what I normally do, which is get up and have my coffee and check my email, let's say. But there is a valid part of you that really just enjoys the comfort of doing that. So you're going to say to the other part of yourself, you're going to say, you're going to do this for me. You're going to do this for the part that's always wanted to get up and run and drink the green juice. And then I'm going to reward you with what you want, right? So they both win. So we're not at war anymore. We're feeding both parts. So now you can be a person, you're going to make that change. You're going to get up every day and you're going to go for a run and drink your green juice. And immediately when you're done, you're not going to get home and look at the house that needs to be cleaned and push that self further. You're going to say, or you're not going to get home and say, now I got to check my email. Now I have to double down. Now I have to, and keep working that part to death, because then you're undoing the change that you're trying to make. So after you're done that every day, you're going to say, what can I do for you? How can I help you feel that comfort now that you didn't feel like you got? Maybe you can sit down and have a warm, lemon water or hot tea, or maybe you do get to have your coffee now and sit down and check your email. So then we reward the other side. So we're rewarding both sides. We're not just rewarding the one side, the comfortable side, like the part that's in our comfort zone. We're pushing ourselves outside our comfort zone every time, but not at the expense of that comfort that we require, that we've been doing but we're going to consciously make the choice to give it to ourselves in other ways, and give it to ourselves and feed ourselves and let ourselves have that break after we've done the thing, so that both parts win. So that's a way that you can do it. That's a way that you can start to change your entire life, is by meeting both of the needs of the warring parts within. Because if we're only meeting one part and not the other, we have this internal pressure, this internal war going on inside us all the time. I am doing this, but I should be doing this. I should have done this. I could have done this. It's the guilt, it's the regret, it's the whispers, it's the voices inside our heads. And what we want to be doing is meeting. And sometimes when we're pushing ourselves, then we go in the opposite direction, and we're cleaning the house, and we're going for the walk, and we're drinking the green juice, and we're doing everything. But we have this other part that's saying, you're not letting me rest. You're not letting me take a break. I don't enjoy my life anymore. I hate this, right? So on opposite sides, you're going to hear that little voice, the nagging voice, the warring voice, I call it, the two separate parts, the parts of you that are at war within. And we have to find a way to meet the needs of both parts, to push ourselves outside of our comfort zone, to do things and radically make different choices and different things, and listen to all those little voices inside that want to be another way or think it would be better. Our life would improve if we had the courage or the guts or the dedication or whatever it is, the quality that you're lacking, the commitment, whatever, to go for that thing that we wanted. We are going to go for all of those things. You have to make the choices to do all of them, to listen to all those whispers, all those inner voices, all those, well, the stories and the little guilt and the blame and the whatever, all these internal parts where you're just not happy where you are. You're going to listen to them. And you're also going to listen to that other part that says, I need time, I need comfort, I need safety, I need love, I need a break, I need to feel good. You're going to listen to those parts too. You're going to make choices on both sides consciously, saying, we're going to do this, and then I'm going to reward you over here. We're going to do this, and then you're going to do this, right? We're going to make those choices so that you're no longer at war. You get to be the type of person who wakes up and goes for a run, drinks your green juice, comes home, has a break, checks their email, has the drink you really want, then gets up, cleans the house, then sits down, then does this, then goes out and goes for that job, goes to work, does whatever they need to do, host a social party, have that break, sit on the couch, watch Netflix, whatever. You get to have that life now where you can meet all the needs on both sides. And then what happens is you start to stop warring with yourself, because you're not doing something at the expense of another voice. You're not neglecting a voice, you're not pushing away a voice, you're not hearing a voice, you're meeting both voices. And you're asking them to work together in concert. You're asking them to join hands, to join forces. Like, I scratch your back, you scratch mine. You're asking them, now it's your turn, now it's your turn, now it's your turn, now it's your turn. They're both you. They both need you to work. They both need you to stretch yourself and to do the things that they're requiring of you at all times. So that's one way that you can change your entire life, is just by meeting the needs of both the warring voices in every area of your life, from relationships to finances to health to fitness to career to social to whatever it may be. There's a dichotomy within you on all different facets of your life, and you need to hear and meet both sides of the needs for every single area of your life, and you will radically change your life. And that's how you start to do it. So I hope this video has been helpful. I want to come back and do a series on changing your entire life, and this was just video number 1. So I've given you a tip and a starting place to move forward from, and start listening to those voices in every single area of your life, noticing them and going for it, pushing yourself, rewarding yourself, listening to all the voices. So I hope this has been helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.